So, first of all, are you the only guy that figured out that you don't have to wear suits when you're a senator?
Yeah, no, it's. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, are you the only guy that figured out that you don't have to wear suits as a senator?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know it seems strange, but it's like, I mean, I'm a bigger guy, and I can't afford custom anyway, and I'm claustrophobic, and I hate them being in that kind of shit, and I've always dressed like shit, and you know, and I know, and then that whole thing kind of got away of us. People assumed that there was a dress.
There's like a weird fucking nervous energy, weird anxiety with this fucking guy. We're gonna fucking listen to this guy for 2 fucking hours. He was like, yeah, it's weird. It's what was that again? He didn't even hear that. It's just, ugh.
Code issue there, yeah. And I'm like, no, I wasn't behind that. But of course, everybody pointed at the dude that dresses like a slob, and then the whole nation just had like a meltdown, like, oh my God, the Senate's on fire because I dress like a slob. But my life is just much better in D.C. that unless that I'm going to be on the floor, that I'm not going to be. You're never going to see me in a suit, and I think that's a more authentic kind of way that I live. And I don't judge anybody on how they dress or those things. I just dress this way. And there's also practical issues as well, too. Like, I have chopstick legs, and I have no ass, and I can't keep pants up. and hoodies, it's like I don't have to iron that shit. You know, so it's just like easy, it's comfort, and it's like I just feel like that's, I mean, and if somebody judged me, and people have said that, but it's like I'd rather have somebody know, and I promise you, a lot of people and dudes, especially in Western Pennsylvania, love to wear suits all year. I mean, shorts all year, and dress like that. But to me, it's about comfort and practical.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. The whole...
Oh my God, how much longer are we going to keep talking about absolutely nothing? And he said it all fucking nervous. Let's see if we talk about an issue.
Things like I haven't lost any of the Def Lep and those things. Well, and I saw the record of Whitesnake, but all those things. Yeah, I know. I think we're both in the 50s, right? And we grew up with the crew.
God, we're talking about nothing.
Like it was.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and the kinds of
okay, you're for genocide. You're for murdering a whole bunch of babies. 220,000 babies ain't enough. He's all right with killing 220,000 babies. Just murder, kill. He's probably nervous because he's like, oh, I know he's going to ask me about Palestine.
If I wasn't close to the kinds of hospital that I was, it's 100% that I wouldn't have survived that. Where am I going to be okay? And I wouldn't recommend being in that situation. But I made a commitment. More than anything, I was more worried about being around to be a dad. I mean, I have three young kids, and my wife, she lived through all of this. So at that point. It started. I was in the hospital for about 10 days, and I start to get better and better. The strength.
Did you have good insurance? You have good universal health care there, Bucky O'Hare?
Well, I mean, I had to originally. I had to go back to. I have to learn how to talk and speak.
Off that. But it's when it's being captured by, it's not just these people exchanging ideas. It's also a bunch of people that are manipulating people's ideas. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to Rene DeResta's work with the Internet Research Agency. What they uncovered, what they were doing.
Oh God.
Of an energy, or like it was just like kind of looking to make that kind of a connection there.
Well, he's a legitimate outsider. This is the appeal. The appeal is that people think that this system is completely rigged and it's captured by money and special interests and enormous corporations, and that here's a guy who's outside of this system completely, and the evidence of that is how the system turned against him, and how you got to see people on television every night talking about Russiagate, talking about...
It's undeniable, and also, remember, like, he was... the Republican Party was like, hey, this is a joke, and I remember Jeb Bush, and he had like $100 or $200 million, and he just went by, he ticked him off, and even then people thought he was going to win, but he did. But remember though, overall though, that was 75,000 votes. That's a mathematical, like, I mean, think of that, 160 million votes, 75,000 spread across 3 large states, including my own. That transformed American politics and in the world as well. And it just came down to 75,000 voters in those 3 states. And that's